Greetings to you all, wherever you are, at home or abroad. You're now tuned into Talk Sense Media, your voice of reason in the noise. Here we bring you the news that matters to you, straight talk, clear facts, and honest reasoning, because you deserve to understand what's really going on. Whether it's headlines or what's happening on the streets, if it affects you or your community, we break it down and we talk sense. So let's get into today's story. In St. Catherine, the police and Sissoko are now searching for a man known only as Sean or King, believed to be a key accomplice in the sexual abuse and trafficking of two teenage girls. His associate, 40-year-old Kirkland Young, a taxi operator from Yuaton, was recently sentenced to over 33 years in prison after pleading guilty to multiple charges, including forcing himself onto a minor, trafficking, child pornography, and incest. The crimes committed between 2022 and 2024 involved both his 12-year-old daughter and his 15-year-old stepdaughter. Authorities believe Sean was involved in accepting the trafficked girls. Sissoko is urging him to turn himself in immediately and is calling on the public to provide information that may lead to his arrest. In a case that has rocked many Jamaicans, a 72-year-old man has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for forcing himself onto and sexually touching of 3 underage girls who were left in his care. The crimes committed in 2021 came to light in 2022 after one of the victims confided in a relative. The man pleaded guilty and was sentenced in the Home Circuit Court. He will also be placed on the Sex Offenders Registry. The court noted that there was a severe breach of trust involved in this case. 2 members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force have been formally charged in relation to the unlawful shooting of a man in Seaview Gardens in 2024. Corporal Lavan Francis and Kawane Johnson were each charged with wounding with intent following a probe by Indicom. The incident took place on January 1, 2024, where the police claimed they were fired upon and returned the fire. However, eyewitness reports suggest the injured man was not armed. A firearm was reportedly recovered during that incident. Both officers appeared in court and were granted $1 million bail each, and they are set to return to court on October the 28th. In Savalamar, Westmoreland, a 21-year-old delivery driver has been charged with theft of over $2 million from a homeowner's safety deposit box. The accused, Donald White, also known as DJ, was caught on surveillance footage entering a restricted area of the property on Dallin Street. The homeowner had secured the cash before traveling, but upon returning on July the 12th, discovered the money was missing. Suspicion was raised after White was seen driving a new vehicle. He was arrested on July the 16th and implicated himself in a police caution statement. His court date is now being finalized. And 2 young motorcyclists lost their lives in a deadly crash early Friday morning in Portland. Dead are 25-year-old Jamale Morris, a delivery man from Port Antonio, and 22-year-old Oshane McGee, an electrician from Zion Hill. Around 1:45 a.m., the two collided head-on with a Toyota Caldina along the Snow Hill Main Road. Both men had pillions on board, and they were all rushed to the hospital, where Morris and McGee were pronounced dead, while the others remain admitted. The police are continuing investigations into what led to the tragic accident. And finally in the news, a man has been charged for assaulting a police officer during a routine traffic stop. Dwayne Codner, a 26-year-old construction worker, allegedly shoved a constable on Church Street while the officer was issuing a traffic ticket. Additional officers had to intervene as Codner also resisted arrest. He now faces charges of assaulting a constable, obstructing the police, and resisting arrest. His court date is being finalized. This is Talk Sense Media, your voice of reason in the noise.